Hello, Anihime here. Today I want to share with you a list of my top 10 favorite romance anime. Watch these when you want to feel warm and fuzzy inside, or if Cupid's just really being a jerk to you. Starting off, we have More Than a Married Couple But Not Lovers. This is the story of Jiro Yakuin and Akari Watanabe. They are two students who are paired together for their school's marriage practical. In the beginning, they have other love interests, but as the story progresses, they realize they have feelings for each other, and the story kind of follows their journey to this realization. And there's just a lot of comedy in this one, and it's a really enjoyable watch because of the unique premise. Definitely give this one a watch if you like romantic comedies.
Yakui. いってらっしゃいってして。え？あの時みたいに。
いってらっしゃいってまさか。
ねえ、浴衣姿可愛い？自分が着付けしたお嫁さんはどう？
やっぱ俺はリボンの方が似合うと思う。
はい出た照れ隠し。まだ拗ねてんの？やきもちでしょそれ。
Number 9 on our list is The Ice Guy and His Cool Female Colleague. This is just a fluffy, warm story about two office workers, Fuyutsuki and Himuro. Himuro is the descendant of an ice woman, and as such he has ice abilities, and he is constantly freezing things out of nervousness. Definitely give this one a watch if you want a slow-burning romance with a fantasy twist.
氷室サンタからなんて。
氷室くん。ブランケット。私何も用意してなくて。なのにこんな。
俺よく吹雪いて会社寒くしちゃうので。
全然寒くないですよ。
Number 8 is A Couple of Cuckoos. This is the story of Nagi Umino and Erika Amano. They're two high schoolers who were switched at birth, and then their parents want them to get married because they don't want to live without the opposite child in their life since they've raised each other's children. Sounds complicated, right? Well, it gets more complicated from there because Nagi has another love interest, and Erika also starts to develop feelings for him over time. Plus there's his sister, so there's just these many love interests and a very complicated backstory about their being switched at birth and their promise of marriage. And yeah, we don't get all the answers in the first season. Hopefully we'll get another. But this is a really fun and enjoyable watch that will keep you guessing the whole way through.
一緒に登校なんて、海野くんいつの間にエリカちゃんと仲良くなったの？
違うんだ。今たまたまここで会って。
二人のこと待ってたら先にナギくんが来て。ナギくん。もう下の名前で呼ばれてるんだ。私なんてまだ一度も。ヒロちゃん。早く図書室行かない？
Number 7 is Wotakoi, Love is Hard for Otaku. This is another office romance about Narumi Momose and Hirotaka Nifuchi. They're two otaku. Narumi is a fujoshi and Hirotaka is a game otaku. And this is just a fun, lighthearted story about navigating romance as an otaku. They also have some co-workers who are really funny and interesting, and they just all get together and have all sorts of fun shenanigans. It's a really relatable story for anyone who considers themselves an otaku, and it's just really funny, and I highly recommend watching it.
好きなものも楽しみ方も思い入れも同じオタクなのに全然違うから、それをお互い尊重っていうか許し合うみたいな感じなのかな。
俺も成海のことはもう手遅れだと思って諦めてます。俺だったら素材集めだろうがレベル上げだろうがいくらでも付き合ってやるし、残業しても待っててやるし、 失望させて泣かせたりしないし、そもそも間違えたなんて言わせないし。
Number 6 on our list is I'm in Love with the Villainess. This is the story of Ray Taylor, who is transported into the world of her favorite otome game, where she meets her favorite character and her crush, Claire Francois, who also happens to be the villainess of the story. This is a hilarious take on the recently popular otome type of story, but this one also happens to be a Yuri, and it tells the story in a way that's just really well done, and it doesn't turn it into fan service the way a lot of Yuri tend to do. Not that I have a problem with fan service, but it's really refreshing to see a different take on a Yuri anime.
ってますの？クレア様、この子はもう魔物じゃなくて10までして。私も最初は怖かったのですが、案外おとなしくて可愛いというか。魔物は魔物ですわ。この間の騒動忘れたんですの？でもクレア様、レレアはいい子なんですよ。ちょっとお待ちなさい。そのレレアというのはまさか。この子の名前です。レイとクレアでレレア。人の名前を使って何してますのあなたは。そんな、私たちの愛の結晶ですよ。
Number 5 is Tomo-chan Is a Girl. This is the story of Tomo Aizawa and her childhood best friend Junichiro Kubota. Tomo is in love with Jun, and she confesses to him in the first episode, but the problem is he thinks she's just talking about being his friend. And so this story is about her trying to get him to see her as a girl and a love interest. In addition to the story between Tomo and Jun, there's a lot of side characters that are really fun and interesting. I also really appreciate that this story is about a tomboy and it's not your typical romance, which really makes it stand out from a lot of really similar romance anime.
うちの学校女子用のスラックスもあるし、そっちにしたらどうだ。
だからなんで急にそんなこと言うんだよ。
なんでって似合ってねえんだよ。あと俺も落ち着かねえっつうの。
どうせ似合ってねえよ。
Number 4 is Recovery of an MMO Junkie. This is the story of Moriko Morioka, a 30-year-old office worker who quits her job to become a NEET, or as she likes to call herself, an elite NEET. Moriko becomes completely engrossed in an MMO, and she forms a really deep connection with her gaming partner Lily, but she is playing as a man, so that adds its own complication to the story. Then on the outside world, she has a fateful encounter and meets a man and starts to develop feelings for him. This obviously complicates things further and causes tension between her online life and her IRL life. The contrast between her two personas adds complexity to this anime, and it's also just really relatable for anybody who's been into video games. Definitely watch this one if you like MMOs and romance.
そりゃそうだよ。
いや、ほんとすみません。急ぎます。とにかく今日は直行しますんで。うわっ！森岡さん、とても可愛らしいですよ。今ここに小祝さんがいなくてよかったって思うくらい超可愛いですよ。
Number 3 is Snow White with the Red Hair. This is such a cozy anime. I absolutely love it. It follows the story of Shirayuki, an herbalist who flees her home country for reasons. And she has a fateful encounter with the prince of a neighboring kingdom named Zin Wisteria. Shirayuki begins studying to become a court herbalist in Zin's kingdom, and the story shows their budding romance over this time, as well as her studies and her life as an herbalist. I think the characters in this one are really well written, and it just really makes the story so enjoyable. And this one has 24 episodes, so it gives you plenty to watch.
よっぽど疲れてたんだな。
ゼンはこの国の王子として生きながらいつも戦ってる人なんだ。私も目標に向けて気合を入れないと。よし。
Number 2 on our list is Yuri on Ice, one of my absolute favorite animes of all time. Yes, I may or may not be a Fujoshi. Anyways, this is the story of Yuri Katsuki and Victor Nikiforov as Victor decides to retire from skating and become Yuri's coach. Now, I'm not usually a sports anime fan, but this one is just so well done. The animation is beautiful, the music is incredible. Not only that, but it's a BL and it tells the story so naturally and wonderfully. I just really love this anime and I feel like everybody should give it a chance. Number 1 on our list is Horimiya. This is the story of Kyoko Hori and Izumi Miyamura, and this one does a masterful job of character development. Throughout the story, we get to see this amazing transformation that Izumi undergoes, and I think it's a really relatable story for many people who might consider themselves nerdy or outcast. It's just very relatable for those types of people, and to see his transformation across the entire series really is what makes this one so good. In addition, we get a lot of character development of their friend group, and I think that just adds a lot of depth and interest to the story that would otherwise not be there. So all in all, this one is a total package. Definitely give it a watch if you've never seen it before. Well, this about wraps up my top 10 favorite romance anime. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments what your favorite romance anime is and if I missed anything. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more anime related content. See you next time. Bye bye!